Morning. Looking good. Very handsome. Here's some feed. Do you want some feed? Gomez. Gomez. What are you doing? Look at his feathers. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Oh, thanks. I need to get the egg. Oh, great. Both of you now. Excuse me. Gotta get that. Don't you do it. Morning. How is everybody? Ladies over here. Smokey. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tori if you're new here, and today we have a few things to get done. It's just the girls and I and our newborn Mason, and we need to travel up the mountain, grab some fresh water. We went outside and took care of the chickens, ducks, and turkey, a little bit of the garden, and then we came back in so I could try on some new pieces that Dokotoo sent over for me to try out. They have a new waffle knit series, and I was so excited. You all know that I love a good flowy piece that covers leggings and just allows comfort throughout the day. I was concerned because I was going through my closet and I couldn't find anything that really had a breathable fabric that kept me comfy and cozy this season. So I was super excited to try these on. As you can see, there are so many different colors and the attention to detail is super beautiful. I feel like it's just cozy and soft and just what I needed this season. So we are going to go through the day here and see if this lasts me with all 4 children, the messes that we make and the adventures that we get into, because we have a bunch to get into today. And I'm going to sit down and chat with you about something that's been on my mind lately, but all I needed today was some breathable, cozy fabric, and I found it in Dokotoo. So you can find all of the information you may need in the description box. I will have a link to them, and a big shout out. Thank you so much for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I'm excited to use these pieces throughout my wardrobe in this little cozy season that we're in. Postpartum is a perfect time to just slow down and be comfortable. I'm loving the detail on this sweatshirt, and of course I save the best for last. You know I love a good button up and I love layering pieces. So although this zip up is super cute and comfy cozy, I did want to find one of their more put together pieces, and I found this button up. So I'm excited. I feel like this is a good transitional piece, and you know I have a minimal wardrobe, so it's nice to have these as staples. And again, I love that it's breathable and you can layer them. Purple lollipops.
Yeah, I want purple.
And Elsa, really girl of mine, teaching me about things, huh? Okay, so that was super easy to grab. Yeah, to grab some water for everybody. I'm really happy that I wore the blue just because I feel like I have that extra layer of warmth because it's a little chilly, but it's super foggy. So we're gonna go find some coffee somewhere. Coffee and maybe a little cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're gonna grab her brother and we're gonna go home for a craft. So here we go. Hi, buddy. Hi, Mace. Yeah. What are you doing? We're in the school pickup line and he was fussing, so I know. I did all the things. You're fed, you have a clean diaper. I think you're sleepy, huh? Yeah. All right, so my goal was to sit and chat with you, but we'll see how it goes. I went through Starbucks. I have no shame, and that's what I came to talk to you about shame and things like that. So I get an iced coffee, and then I get the new protein, whatever. They have sugar-free, but I got pumpkin this time, but I'm gonna take a big swig. Okay, yeah, I think I read somewhere that it was 36 grams of protein, but I think that's if you get the large, so I don't know. I'm not gonna say it like I'm kind of over the whole protein fad thing, but it is really helpful, at least for me, postpartum, and it makes me focus on like clean meats and clean ways to get protein. That is not a clean way to get protein, at least for me, because there's so much sugar in it. But what I jumped on here to say, some of you may have noticed that I hopped back on to social media, and I'm going to try and make this brief, but I did this because this is what, I don't know, sparked everything. I went onto my Amazon creator account and things were not like processing, and I couldn't figure out why. So then I made it down a Reddit feed, which I don't like to do, and it said that if you're not really in your social media apps like that you registered with, and you're not actually engaging, or you're not posting or anything like that, they can really cut your algorithm with Amazon. And Amazon does its own algorithm. There's not really much you can do about it, but yeah, I was reading that that's what they did. So I'm like, oh my gosh, well, I might as well post something. So I went in there and I was posting things. That's how I talked to Papa Bear Naturals, since I'm an affiliate for them and whatnot. You know, my goal is to go in there and get out of there. And I know that sounds so silly. I'm not really positive about my demographic that follows me here, but I'm assuming like not a lot of you are my age, and I grew up in the world of the internet. I think, you know, well, for social media at least. So social media came out when I was getting into college, I think. So, I mean, it was like my sophomore year, I downloaded Instagram to find more out about Lee, my husband right now. So my husband forever. Anyways, I didn't know much about him, and I knew he had an Instagram because he was a pretty good photographer. So I just wanted to check it out and see if he was okay before I went out with him. So yeah, I downloaded it, but all that to say, I don't know. I had a problem getting in there and getting out. I realized I was lingering. I was talking to friends online. Some of you I talked to, so a big shout to all of you. And it made me feel good. But then, you know, you start scrolling and you see all this just doom and gloom. And it's so funny that it's foggy today, because that's the first thing I saw when I logged back in was all this fog. And I'm like, I love this weather. And then some people I followed, they're just like, it's hard messing with the weather, and this isn't real fog, and you shouldn't love it. And I'm just like, I can't even enjoy fog. And I know a lot of us feel that, especially if you're in like the creator space that I'm in. I hate calling myself this, or people that I'm into, but like that conspiracy theorist, I really don't like that term, but maybe that will give you an insight into like who I follow. But I don't know, a lot of like homesteading, gardening like goes into that, and it goes into politics, which I don't like all the time. And honestly, I don't really like to get a lot of my information from social media or the internet in general. So I don't know, I had trouble getting in and getting out of there. And then recently, this sounds so lame,
But in high school and middle school, like, I didn't have a good time. People were mean to me. I mean, I had good friends here and there, but just like all around not a good experience for like bullying. And girls were bad, but I actually had like a group of boys that were really awful to me. And it's always been a thing, like an issue that I've had. Now that I'm in my 30s, I'm like, I don't know. I guess I've forgiven them, but it was tricky. It was really rough. Cause I had 5 brothers growing up, and, I don't know what that connection was, but I just like wasn't treated like that from my own brothers, maybe a few of them, but, not all of them. So I don't know. It made me not want to be around anybody, essentially. But what I was saying is, I heard like talk that this kid from high school basically messaged me and said that he should start making cringy little videos on the internet to get attention and all this. I don't know. Basically, he was coming at me saying like what I do is useless for society, and it's so sad that I'm a mother. It was just terrible things, like the same stuff from high school. So yeah, it was awful. And I'm like, I don't want to come on here and then have people call me cringy. 1, 2, like come on here and read all this negativity. And like, I knew that. That's why I deleted the socials in general. So it was hard for me to go in there and get out. All that to say, so I don't know, I deleted it for another week, and then I went back in with a mindset of, so I'm going to use this, my personal page, to connect with friends and chat. And there's not really a lot of them on there, so again, big shout out to all of you that do talk to me on there. I'm going to use it for that, but I'm going to embrace the cringiness, and I'm just going to see where it takes me. And that was great that I did that, because the next day I got approved for monetization on Facebook. I have been on Facebook for 7 years. I applied for that back when Wilder was born. So I was just like, this is crazy. I can't believe I got approved for it. And I look in the monetization, there was like $3 in there. But I mean, that's money. So I was like, well, that's weird. I wonder why. So then I go to my other Facebook page, my Mountain Mama Facebook page, and I was approved for monetization on there too. And at that point, I was like freaking out. So this is like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. I was so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I freaked out and had anxiety over everything. I'm like, what am I going to post? What am I going to do? Because Facebook strategists like are in there telling me that I have to post every hour, 24 hours, and you can schedule things. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's not a shot in hell I can do that and be present with my kids, which is what I really need to do. So I've taken like an hour out of my night, which is even way too much. And I'm trying to schedule posts on both, on Facebook is what pays me, but Instagram and Facebook are connected, so it's the same content on both. But all that to say, I'm going to be cringe, and I'm going to embrace the negative thoughts about me, because I know in my heart I am not useless to society. And I mean, now, like, I'm in my 30s now. I can laugh about messages like that. It hurts a little bit, but like back when I was in high school, that would have been hard for me to get through. And it's crazy to me. Like, I would never be able to say that to someone and then just like go about my day. It's just, I'm gonna try and reel it in. I'm so just appalled by how people treat others, and all I want in life is for my kids to be kind. I tell Wilder every single day when he leaves for the car, just be kind. Sorry, he was fussing. I don't remember where we were. I think it was kindness. I tell Why to have kindness in his heart, because I know that we can all make it through this mess of like ugliness coming from everybody if we're just kind. But I'm gonna be cringy. I'm gonna continue on. If you follow me on all the socials, I get maybe you're not sick of me, but prepare to be sick of me, because the goal behind all of this was to be able to stay home with my kids, which I'm doing. I've just had a hard time narrowing down what I want to do. So I'm going to, I guess, put in the work. I feel like I have been the last couple of years, but I'm going to put in the work, continue to do so, and then keep posting, and then just try and, I don't know, find the positivity in social media, because I think sometimes it can be great, but other times it can be really horrible. Yeah, update on this waffle knit. Speak of positivity, I really like this. It's so soft. If you know me, I am in the same flowy clothing, like I've said a million times, probably every single day. You saw I got that striped sweater, and it's all I wear. And what's funny, I didn't even mention this, what's funny is it's the same brand as this waffle knit, so I was really excited to see that. But I really enjoy their company. I love their options, and they're inexpensive, so it was nice to find a few new pieces that are, you know, breastfeeding friendly. They're long enough to go on leggings, and they're comfy, because I'm in the season comfort. I'm definitely in this postpartum season, and I'm not necessarily trying to bounce back, but I would like to, you know, get my figure back and start feeling a little bit better again, not so sluggish. And I will be able to do that once we start getting some sleep and I can prioritize my health. So yeah, that's what I came on to say. I promised myself when I first started social media that I would never speak about like the bullies in high school, but I feel like it's important. It really is, because maybe, just maybe, it will reach someone who, I don't know, doesn't really know how to talk to their kids in a nice way. And I'm not saying their parents did that, but maybe it will reach someone and maybe it can help. But yeah, we're going to pick up why, and we'll take you with us, and we're going to head home here pretty soon. Right? Are we going to head home soon? Yeah, Lee did get called in, so we are going to have a fun night at home. I'm probably not going to start a fire, but it's kind of foggy out, but I'm going to enjoy the fog, right? We're going to enjoy it, huh? Yeah. As soon as we got home, it was quite the whirlwind, just trying to say goodbye to my husband and get everyone situated. I did not end up having a fire, but we stayed super cozy warm, and I ended up just wearing that red hoodie from Dokotoo to sleep, and it was so comfy. I am really excited to be partnering with them in today's video. Make sure you check them out in the description box. I know you all love a good deal, so check those out, and I will catch you next time. Bye everyone. Thanks for being here.